Hey, Sophia.
Hi.
Any luck restarting your computer and getting into any of the tests?
Uh, it took a long time to restart and then it still wouldn't work.
Huh. Okay. So here's my suggestion for you. I don't know if at home you have a different computer you could use, or at school you can try another one. Do you have access to any other computer?
Yeah, I I can at school.
Okay. So I'll talk about doing more practice tests in a second when everyone else is online. So, hey Vincent and Sarah, were you able to finish the rest of the test?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Let's just wait another couple seconds for Harry and Ellie, and then we'll continue. But in the meantime, go ahead and click all the way to the forward to look at pages 4 and 5 of the grammar sections, and then we'll go on to look at the reading section. Let's see. Ellie, hi there. Were you able to finish the rest of the grammar and the reading sections of the test?
Yep.
Okay, good. And we'll just wait for a couple more seconds for Harry to join us. Okay, it's 11:40, so I'm going to switch screens. Give me 1 second here.
What are you guys doing?
Okay, so let's go to page 4 of the grammar section. These are questions 16 through 20. Any errors that you want to go over with this section?
I made like a billion stupid mistakes. Like I didn't answer one of the questions even though I knew the answer. Like
Okay, don't worry about that. I think you're going to be more focused when you do the actual test, or if you do another practice test when you're just going all the way through, since we're doing a lot of stopping and starting. So don't worry about that kind of thing. Any other questions on this section here? Okay, if not, we'll take a look at page 5, the numbers 21 through 25. Any questions or things you want to go over with this one? Okay, I think these are pretty simple. I can't imagine that you're going to have a lot of problem with this, but I do want to go over number 24 with you, because this one might be a little tricky. So, 你去图书馆时 blank 帮我把这本书还了. So, what's the correct answer without looking at the answer right there? What did you all have?
顺便
Did all of you pick 顺便?
Oh, I picked 随便.
随便, yeah. So this is one that might be a little trickier because this is a special meaning of to do something while you're, that in English you might say on the way or while you're doing something. So this is one that I might identify that might be a little bit tricky. So this is just a word I've seen this on other sample tests before. So make sure you know the difference between 随便 and 顺便. So 随便 is just kind of like whatever or as you wish, whereas 顺便 is more doing something on the way or while you're doing something, if you could do something else as well. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's go through the reading section, and just a quick survey. Was this harder or easier for you compared to the other sections?
It was easier for me. I like had to focus more, but on the most part, like for the reading. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, it was harder for me, but I mean, I still got a good score, so.
Good.
I
Okay.
don't know.
Well, let's go through a few of these. Okay, so I'm going to skip. Let me ask you first. For this first page, numbers 1 through 6, are there any ones you want to go over?
Number 6.
Let's go over number 6. Okay, so
Actually, I might not have answered this because when it says your answer versus the correct answer, it says that my answer was N.
N means you didn't answer it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that was the issue there. So you just may have clicked and it didn't take or something. Okay? But you know what you understand the correct answer being B here?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Actually, I want to go over this one here. This is the one that I found tricky until I went and looked at the answer. Okay, so what does this say, everyone?
Wait.
Can you read all this? These 4 characters?
内存不够.
Okay, so how did you know that the answer here was C and not B?
네.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is one where it's like, oh, I don't know the answer, and I picked B, and it's obvious that having the word here, nay, is the word internal memory. So the difference is between hard drive and internal memory, and I not knowing the actual term for that, I wasn't really thinking, and it just makes total sense that nay would be the correct answer. So this is an example of where you should use your instinct to look at the actual characters and see if any match to the English if you're unsure of an answer. Okay, let's look at page 2. Any questions on numbers 7 through 13?
No.
No? Vincent, how about you? Were you good with all of these?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Harry, are you with us, Harry? Harry didn't rejoin us. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to page 3. So this is numbers 14 through 18. Any questions with this one? Okay, no problems here. So you were able to find the right answers. Did you find that the strategy of just like glancing at this, looking at the question, at the English, and then going back and finding the right answer was helpful?
Yeah.
I think so too. I think that's really the best strategy with these. Okay, let's go. I think next one is page 4. Is that the same one? No, these are different. So any questions with 19 through 24? None whatsoever? Okay, page 5. Any questions with this one?
Nope.
No? I found this one a little tricky at first. This is the ones for number 26 and 27. Did everyone get these ones correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, because like the true part, like you can infer that it's the beginner class because like like Gaoji and Zhongji aren't.
Right. Sure, but this one took a lot of looking at it, even though there's helpful things where they've given you 10 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. Although my sense is that on the actual test, they won't give you this English here for you, and they'll actually say 每天早上10点到 or 至11点半, that kind of thing. So don't expect that this will be as easy, but they will have 1 or 2 questions where you really have to look very closely for the correct answer, even though the characters within it are not that difficult. Okay, so just beware of those ones and take a little extra time just to double check you've actually picked the right answer. Okay. Okay, so any thoughts about this? Was this really easy for you, do you feel? Or when you look at it, about how many questions altogether do you feel like you got wrong, even if you don't have a full tally?
I got like 5 questions wrong total, but I didn't do the first listening part, so I probably would have gotten more wrong on that.
Okay, not necessarily though. So, but I would say if you can try to get 5 or less wrong, then you're still going to score in the 650 or above area. Now, this is the one little tricky thing about the SAT-2, which I, as a former college counselor, and in addition to teaching Chinese, I did college counseling, that makes it a little unfair. Is that there's a lot of native speakers of Chinese who take this test and they get an easy 800 on it, and the scores are all calibrated by how well other people have done. So even if you've done really well and you've gotten 4 or 5 wrong, you may find you get a lower score than you would on another comparable test simply because of the numbers of students who take it just for an easy 800. Okay, so don't be too worried about that if that happens. But the key is just try to get as many as right as possible and to really check your work. So I have a couple other suggestions about this. First, and I say this for any standardized test, any future SAT that you may do in the future, is don't try to go to bed early on Friday night, just the night before, but go to bed early at least 2 or 3 nights before. So ideally, Wednesday night, Thursday night, and Friday night, go to bed early so that you really are rested and focused to do your best on this test. And my sense is that just about all of you are only going to be taking this one test, so you're going to be taking it right at the start of the day. So you want to be as awake and alert as possible. So trust me on this. There's all this research that shows that people your age, teenagers, will do better on standardized tests if you've built up your forget the term for it, your sleep bank, in other words. Okay, and then second. Make sure that you have everything ready to go, that you have I do believe that they still are requiring you to bring in a CD player for this. So,
Oh, yeah.
So make sure that you have that ready and you're not panicking the night before. Oh, where's my CD player? Where are my headphones? Put them somewhere where you know that you won't be scrambling at 7 in the morning. It's like, oh, where is this? And then I'll be all in a panic and then all flustered when you arrive to the test. Okay, so just prepare those little bits in advance. Now the last little bit is that on this website, there's 10 tests here. I don't think that you need to do any studying for this test, but what will be helpful is that if you take 1 or 2 more of these sample tests and do it all in one sitting, and try doing it early in the morning if you can. Okay, so if you can wake up early, maybe on Monday or Tuesday, try doing one of these tests, see how you do. And if that's not possible, then do it when you get home, and do it all in one sitting, not splitting it up like we've done this time. So you can really get a sense of what is your focus like. Notice when your alertness might be flagging a little bit, and really think, okay, what do I need to do to keep my to maintain my focus for this, and then do a couple of these and see what your score is. And then I'm going to say that if you want to go over any of these questions with me, feel free to send me an email and say, "Hi, 黄老师，我不知道为什么第三个考试 page 5第18题我弄错了，可不可以帮我看一下？" I'm always going to be willing to go through and double check things with you, because there were a few errors in here, both in terms of the English that they may have, or even the one error we found with that Xiang answer. And I found that I picked it right on the test, and I didn't notice that it had scored me wrong on that. But there might be some errors in there if you want to go over things. So anytime between now and Friday night, I'm willing to answer any questions for you about any of these sample tests. And then last, for those of you who haven't done this yet, if you go back to the link I sent to you for the College Board tests, they actually, for the Chinese with listening, for the listening sections, will give you actual detailed explanations here. And I'm not going to show you the answers, but you can do these questions that Ellie said that she did, and they're really easy, but they'll give you detailed answers of how to do these. So that might be one extra little practice that'll give you a sense of what the actual questions are like. And I think I may have said this to Ellie, but not with all of you. My sense is that the questions on this website are harder than the actual test. And that's a good thing, because if you do some of these practice tests, when you go in and take the actual test this coming Saturday, you're like, oh, this is so easy compared to what I've been practicing, and it'll seem a lot easier as well. And this is true for any standardized test as well. When you go and take the PSAT or the SAT, if you do some of the harder practice tests before, you're going to be like, oh, this is a breeze when you're doing the actual test, and you'll feel good about the process. Okay? So that's all I wanted to share with you. Do you guys have any additional questions about this test or anything else here? Okay, if not, I have one extra thing just to share with you. Guo Laosher and I are trying to put together mid-semester grades for you for your work in the course, and we're finding that just about all of you have one or more assignments that are missing, which are making your mid-semester grades turn out to be really low. So I'm going to be following up with individual emails to you today and saying, we're missing these assignments from you, so please try to get them to us ASAP so we can finalize a mid-semester grade. And then the last thing I want to share is we're going to be launching our next unit. I'm going to be finishing. I'll be finishing inputting some things on it and launching it either tonight or tomorrow morning. And this next unit is going to be a little bit more complex in terms of what you need to be doing for the project. And I'm going to be doing a video like Walsher does to explain things. But it's really, really important that you're keeping on top of your assignments one by one. So if at any point you're like, I'm not sure what I should be doing, or I can't find the assignment, your responsibility is to email either myself or Guo Laosher to say, I'm not sure what I need to be doing. Don't wait until the class meeting the next week, okay? And we will get back to you as soon as we can. Generally, as soon as we get an email, we'll reply to you to help you through this, okay? So please keep on top of your assignments, and if any questions, let us know. We're here to help with that, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so look for an email from me individually to each of you later today, and then I may be asking you for some information back. And if you have questions,
not everyone gets that.
both about the SAT or about course stuff. OK，
So
好 ，OK， 我们今天就讲到这里，希望你星期天过得很愉快。
谢谢。
好，谢谢大家。
谢谢老师。
OK， 好，再见。
สวัสดีครับ
再见。
报
拜拜
告。